Washington Post article going viral tonight, breaking down so-called recession indicators as U.S. consumer confidence continues to drop while prices continue to rise. But how much of that is hype and how much is solid advice? Here in studio to help separate fact from fiction is financial advisor, our friend Dan Casey from Bridge River Advisors. And Dan, this is, it's a cute little article, but is it a big sign when people are buying frozen pizzas and Hamburger Helper instead of nice lipsticks and men's underwear, I guess, if that's the indicator?
I buy Hamburger Helper all year long. It doesn't matter if I think there's a recession coming. Yeah, I think it makes for a funny and a good article, but there's hundreds of different things that people look at to see, are we in a recession? Is a recession coming? And, people for years now are saying, a recession's coming, coming, and it hasn't happened yet. So, we're as of right now, there is no signs that we're in a recession or heading towards a recession, because you sometimes don't know you're in a recession until you look back.
Fewer job openings, sometimes that can be an indicator where, we're told, or perhaps people aren't doing their quiet quitting or other things, as much as we've seen in the past.
We're in right now what economists are calling a no hire, no fire time period, meaning, we're not hiring anybody and we're not really firing anybody. So we're all kind of on standstill because we don't know what's going on.
What will play a major role? Will it be the tariffs? Certainly we have the government shutdown, and that will have a ripple effect as well. But how much can that impact the economy as a whole and trigger a recession?
Any one thing can be the trigger. We've got the tariff issue. We have the shutdown. We have the fact that we're talking about AI like every 5 minutes when you turn on the news. So, people are talking about, is this going to cause a bubble? So that could be the thing that triggers it all. Because if you remember back in 2000, that's what we were talking about too. All this money was going into .com. If it had .com after the name of the company, money was pouring in. And at some point, we all kind of collectively decided, wait, these guys aren't making money. And the stock market started crashing, and we know what happened there.
Let's talk prices, because do we still have inflation going on? Prices, are they still higher than pre-pandemic levels? They might not ever go down in some cases.
Right.
It is what it is.
Inflation's super sticky.
Yeah.
So grocery prices is up 30% since 2020. So, but the inflation rate has slowed down. So it's not growing as fast, but it compounds. So it's still with us in a lot of cases.
All right, let's break this down. So if I'm a person and I have an average job, I'm not a millionaire, I just, I'm making ends meet with my 2 kids, my wife, my husband, whatever.
Yep.
What am I doing? Am I buckling down? Am I saving? What am I doing to make sure that just in case I'm going to be okay?
So even if we're having a great economy, you should always have at least 3 to 6 months of savings set aside, depending on how dependable your job is or how reliable. So you should always have that. And that does take a lot of worry away, depending on what the economy is doing. So as long as you're having a good savings, and a good plan for, retirement and all that, you should be fine, because we're not going to be able to predict when this is going to happen. But if you don't have enough savings, then maybe buckle down a little bit.
What about investments? Should we take advantage of a situation right now, or just kind of just ride this out?
Yeah, it's my opinion that as of right now, it would be a great time to take advantage of the little dip that we saw. I do think that the economy is going to still do well under this administration for a while, at least, until like we just said, one of those shoes dropped and things start to fall
And then
apart.
the interest rate is expected to go down a little bit more.
Yes. And that means usually if people are going to get paid a lot less on that saved money, it's going to probably go into the market, so it could continue to reach highs every single day.
And hopefully affect our mortgage rates and loan rates, and people, loosen things up there as well. So things could be, maybe after the holidays, start to be moving in a different direction.
Yes. And that interest rate is what we pay on the debt. And we're at $37 trillion in debt as a country. So it will help save a little money too.
So we're good. Dan Casey said we're good. We're not in a recession. No big signs right now. So everybody just take it easy. Thanks so much, Dan Casey, for joining us tonight. Rich, over to you.